Alright, chat, let's see if this works. Like, damn. I don't know where they keep. Y'all there? Y'all there? Y'all hear me?
Hey, Wiz, you know what time it is? It's Miller time! That's right, my favorite beer is finally sponsoring the show. And you too can chill out with a delicious Miller Lite. My favorite thing to take a break from the internet is to crack open some cold ones.
Seems like a good time to debate this matchup, or if we, get the victor right. When there's a great tasting, 96-calorie Miller Lite, friends should always come before followers.
Here's to the original light beer, the original social media. It's Miller time!
Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per ounce.
When I was a kid, there was nothing better than watching my Saturday morning tunes. That's where I learned all my badass karate moves. Yeah!
The 80s and 90s certainly gave us...
Y'all hear me? Trying to make sure y'all can hear me.
some memorable characters and epic playground rivalries.
Like Leonardo, head honcho of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And Jason Lee Scott, leader of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. For this bout, we'll be sticking to the characters themselves.
That means no Dragon Zords, no turtlenecks, and no last-minute power of friendship. Just a good old-fashioned one-on-one. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Who y'all got? Who y'all got? In this guy right now, who y'all got? If we really think about it, before it even happens, I think I'm gonna go with Jason. I'm gonna go with Jason. Like, I don't even know why. Just Power Rangers. Yeah.
From the vastness of space to the eerie depths of the ocean, few places remain as mysterious and unknown as the New York City sewer system.
Yeah, put it in the chat who y'all got. I wanna see who y'all think gonna win. I got Jason.
Four ordinary domestic terrapins transformed into humanoid superheroes by a chance encounter with a canister of mysterious mutagenic ooze. They were adopted by an equally mutated rat skilled in martial arts who decided to name them after Renaissance artists.
You know, even by comic book standards, this origin story is pretty freaking weird.
Master Splinter trained them as ninja, and the group formed a daring crime-fighting team. But every
Teenage
team
Mutant
needs a leader.
Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power, they're the most.
The choice was the true blue Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, close enough. Of all the turtles, Leonardo was the most studious and focused when it came to Splinter's lessons, and soon adopted the principles of Bushido.
5'2", god damn. 5'2". 5'2". He that short? I mean, in like the 2012 series, it makes sense. I thought they were like the TMNT were like super tall. Cause I remember in the live movie from 2014, they were like it was said like they were like 6 foot plus. So I swear I thought they were 6 foot plus.
He's a ninja, but whatever.
The modern tenets of Bushido have evolved over the centuries, but it essentially boils down to 8 virtues: righteousness, courage, compassion, respect, honesty, honor, duty, and self-control. All of which, frankly, describes Leonardo to a T.
AKA, he's super dedicated to being a goody two-shoes. And he's a badass when it comes to fighting. He's like the Bruce Lee of reptiles. And since he's a turtle, Leo's got super speed and super strength.
I'm not sure the science checks out on that one.
He's also got that super tough shell and some radical ninja weapons.
Right, but before we go any further, we should address that there are multiple iterations of Leonardo across different media and timelines. As none of them can really be considered the main one, we're taking all standard versions into account, or anything that's reasonable, consistent, or viable across his multiple histories.
So we're not including anything that's too out of the ordinary, like those weird double mutations or that time he became a goddamn dragon. I mean, good on you, Leo, but that's a little out of your typical wheelhouse.
Leonardo is a master of Niten Ichi-Ryu, a Japanese fighting style using twin katana. Although Leo's swords are typically a more recent variant called ninjaku, basically just katana without the curve.
Still way better than wielding tiny forks or a literal stick. Seriously, who picked out the other turtle's weapon?
Leonardo's ninjaku are incredibly deadly, even sharp enough to slice through metal.
But he still finds ways to break those things all the time. Good thing he's also got kunais, smoke bombs, shurikens, climbing claws, grappling guns, and most of the Batman-approved gear. In his latest outing, he's even got this odachi, basically the claymore of ninja swords, but it's super special.
Right, with a swing of the blade, it can open portals that can take its wielder anywhere from across the room or all the way to Tahiti.
Time for a vacation! Yeah!
Whoa, be careful! Bending the rules of space could be catastrophic.
Yeah, relax, Wiz. I totally have what it takes to...
Oh my god.
Okay, maybe I'll go...
I love
with
Boomstick Boy.
instead.
Probably for the best. Weapons aside, Leonardo has proved skilled enough to master rare ninjutsu knowledge such as the Healing Hands Mantra, a meditation technique.
Say goodbye to that nasty migraine or pesky stab wound.
Not quite potent enough to heal fatal wounds, but useful nonetheless.
Other than that dude's fast enough to outrun explosions and has even dodged lightning.
This enemy in particular was specifically granted the power of a storm, implying these bolts are comparable to natural lightning. Therefore, Leonardo must be able to react to things 280 times faster than sound.
Ha!
Damn.
I knew the turtles were slow. Also, he's strong enough to push over a giant pillar to crush a cockroach.
Like which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series do y'all think is the greatest of all time? Like of all time. I'm talking 1987 OG TMNT, 2003, 2012, and 2018. In my opinion, I think it's 2012. Put in the chat. I think 2012. I grew up with 2003 and 2012. And I caught little clips of 87. I only watched like one or two episodes of the newest one. But I grew up on 2003. And 2012. But I think 2012 is the best. Because the story arcs, bro. the story arcs, bro. The story is so goated, bro. Like, bro.
Monster, go toe-to-toe with Baron Drexum, who survived this explosion and held open the jaws of a monster-fied T-Rex.
The Tyrannosaurus
Nigga's strong, bro.
to have had a bite force of 12,800 pounds per square inch. 6 times more powerful than an alligator.
And best of all, even across multiple timelines, good old Leo is usually the one to take down the turtle's biggest villain and least useful kitchen utensil, the Shredder. No wonder he's a leader. Leo's a boss.
Sure, he may have a habit of questioning his own abilities and decisions, but hey, he's a teenager. Par for the course.
One thing's for sure, he's a mean, green fighting machine who's always up for a shell of a good time.
Tastes cold steel.
After 10,000 years, the evil interstellar witch Rita Repulsa was finally released from her long-standing prison.
Which, and I need to point this out, was an actual space dumpster. No wonder she was so pissed off that she decided to attack Earth on the spot.
To combat her vile magics, the good-natured sage in a tube Zordon sought out a team of heroes, and for whatever reason, specifically requested 5 overbearing and over-emotional humans.
Not teenagers.
I feel you, Invader Zim.
The 5 teens connected to the Morphin Grid, an energy field that transformed them into the...
Y'all ever watch Power Rangers as a kid? I watched all of the Power Rangers series except the newest one. I watched from Mighty Morphin all the way to Beast Morphers. In my opinion, my favorite, I don't know, probably Dino Thunder. Yeah, probably Dino Thunder. It's like Dino Thunder, RPM, Samurai, Time Force, and In Space. Those are my 5 favorite.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Go, go, Power Rangers! I never get tired of doing that. And if that wasn't cool enough,
The Megazord,
was
bro.
bonded to a giant robot dinosaur. There was the blue Triceratops, the yellow saber-toothed tiger,
Yes,
the blue
sir.
mastodon, the pink pterodactyl, and finally, the red Tyrannosaurus.
This would go to the Red Ranger and leader of the team, Jason Lee Scott.
Jason was a pretty chill and level-headed guy, and already good enough at martial arts to be teaching classes.
He's skilled in Kenpo, Taekwondo, Judo, and notably the more unknown Shinkido, a mix of karate and Japanese sword fighting.
And he dabbled in hip-hop keto. But to get all the martial arts skill he'd ever need, all he's gotta do is hold out that mighty power coin and yell,
It's morphin' time. Chills, man.
Yeah. Chills, man. Every time.
Into
Facts.
his Red Ranger form did indeed grant Jason an unprecedented level of martial arts mastery. Even Billy, the Blue Ranger, who barely knew any martial arts at all, became a fist-fighting master after morphing.
The Red Ranger form also boosts Jason's speed and strength to superhuman levels. And see those sparks? That's the Morphin Grid taking hits for him. And it'll keep doing that.
Ah.
It's overloaded from
I never knew that.
Good guy Grid over here. Where do I get one?
Jason is a powerhouse, focusing on strong, high-impact moves like his Power Punch to send foes flying across the battlefield.
And he can use the energy of the grid to take a bite out of Putty with his Tyrannosaurus charge. But when punches and kicks aren't enough, he's got a bunch of colorful weapons that definitely aren't toys, no matter how plasticky they look.
Like his wrist communicator, which doubles
Ah,
as a
boy.
teleporter.
And the Blade Blaster is both a knife and a gun. A gun knife. A gun knife.
And for tougher fights, he can...
A gun knife?
What's the over-under on my modification here working?
Are you sure
What
about this?
in the
We already have
hell
enough
is
holes
Boomstick
in the floor.
doing, dog?
Oh, please, Wiz. I know what
The fuck? Boomstick.
I'm okay.
No, you're not.
I'm not okay.
Yeah, that nigga dead. He's dead.
For tougher fights, Jason can also summon the Power Sword, a unique blade that can slice through even the most powerful of monsters. It's also a key component to the Power Blaster.
Which is, let me guess here, powerful.
Yes. The Power
Who
Blaster
would have thought?
features even the
Who would have
Zero
thought?
Swords have Right, they technically cannot escalate a fight, so unless the more powerful weapons are
Ooh,
deemed
what a thought.
necessary, they're generally considered off limits.
So dumb.
Regardless, the Red Ranger is incredibly impressive even without his weapons.
He's strong enough to lift boulders way bigger than him.
Scaling this boulder to Jason's own height, we can estimate it weighs a little over 69 tons.
Nice.
And the Yellow Ranger,
Nice.
who has the same basic powers as Jason, pushed around a much larger boulder that, when using the same scaling method, appears to weigh over 11,000 tons.
These two
Damn.
can run so fast they kick up huge clouds of dust behind them. And in a later series, Power Rangers in Space!
Goated.
The Rangers could keep pace with the supercar Storm Blaster.
Technically, every Ranger draws from the same source of power, the Morphin Grid.
I remember that episode. That episode was so fire, dude. Forever Red?
SPD Green Ranger chucked a car through the air.
Red is quick enough to dodge lightning, at least for a bit, and tough enough to survive the Power Ranger Command Center exploding while he was inside. That's not even the first time the place blew up. Man, that building's seriously been through the ringer.
To be fair, it's important to remember that the Ranger powers are not permanent, and his connection to the Morphin Grid has limits. If he takes enough damage and loses his morph, Jason goes back to being a normal human being, albeit one who is a talented fighter in his own right.
But with the glorious red spandex and Robo T-Rex in his spec, the power lies on his side.
You wanna fight? You got it! Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the
Bro, I got
all
Jason, bro.
possibilities.
But first, all this talking has made
That
me
nigga
hungry
is
for
too
Blue
OP,
Apron.
bro.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Blue Apron.
Health is personal, so why can't it always taste good?
With Blue
Death Battle!
Damn, the pizza.
Dude! Sorry, I'm late for one of Frida's monsters! Who? Give me a break.
Damn.
I'm a monster for ruining my pizza.
Hey, facts. You can never ruin another man's pizza, bro. Never mess with a man's pizza, bro. Like, man, turtle, whoever, man, girl, turtle, whatever. Don't mess with someone's pizza, bro. We scrapping after that, bro.
Time to take out the trash.
Sheesh. Sheesh. Damn. Let me turn this down a bit.
Turtle Power! Power Sword!
Hopefully y'all can still hear.
For not being impressed. Really, dude?
God. Okay, I'm done. What type of...